Hi guys, Steph here. Okay, now some of you will remember from my last pen haul, you would have seen this pen here. There you go, a lovely Sheaffer Snorkel. Okay, showing it you very briefly. And here's the pen in question. As we saw earlier, comes in the original case. Let's open it up. There we go. Sheaffers, and what we've got here is the lovely pen itself. Okay, so let's run into this pen. So what we've got for you here, I thought originally it was a crest. Unfortunately it wasn't, because I was a little bit confused with the cap here. It's got this silver cap, it's got the lines, it's got 4 lines running along the length of the cap, which are actually, these lines are a little bit stepped. It's got a gold filled cap band, as you can see there, along with a gold filled clip as well, with the white dot to the very top of the cap there. So this cap came in 2 models. Yes, it came in the clipper, but it also came with this model, the Sheaffer Snorkel Sentinel. So this is the Sentinel model. Okay, as you can see, it comes in classic black. This pen was actually reserved, subject to a full service and restoration. What we've done, we've totally disassembled the pen. We've put brand new seals. We've put a brand new point washer in the section. We've put a brand new sack inside. We've also replaced the plunger washer inside here. So it's been fully serviced and it's ready to go. The size of this pen, from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, 141 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's a lovely 11 millimeters in diameter. Now this one, I believe, if we look at the sort of just above the cap band there, it's got, well, I think it says Sheaffers, and if we turn it round, AUST PTY Limited. So made in Australia. Although it's made in Australia, we're showing a moment it's got a slightly different nib. But all in all, a stunning pen and ready to go to the new owner. So let's undo the cap for you. Let's show you the pen in a number of different angles. Very nice indeed. I've shown you a number of snorkel pens before. This one's just slightly different, which again we'll show you in a moment. So there's the section. It's got this lovely sort of gripping area to the section. You've got the sort of metal threads there, and it comes with a lovely Triumph 2-tone nib. Now if we show the nib on this one, it actually reads Sheaffers, made in Canada, 14K 585. So it's a 14 karat gold wraparound Triumph nib, made in Canada, and you can see to the top there, it's got what they term as a Palladium mask. So if we turn it round for you there, you can see the nib all the way round. There's a sideways view for you. Okay, now one thing you may notice to the tip of the nib, it's got a slight upturn. Now some people may go, oh, the nib is bent. No, it's not. That's how they designed these nibs. They actually put a slight upturn to the end of the nib. I've read somewhere that it allows you to do reverse writing. Personally, I don't see the point of reverse writing. And it also, I've read somewhere that it allowed them in them days to use carbon paper and it would not scratch the paper. So it was a little bit easier to write when they used the carbon paper. Also, you'll see there you've got the snorkel tube snug inside the section there. So yeah, we've got a snorkel fountain pen. So if I turn the button to the bottom here, there you go, until we hear that little clicking noise, you'll notice the snorkel tube comes out of the section as it should. Now the interesting thing about this particular one, if you look at the snorkel there, some of you will look at your pens and say, oh, that's a little bit different. Mine's a silver tube or a steel tube. This one is a gold snorkel tube. Now, as far as what I've read, I believe it's actually a 14-karat gold snorkel tube, and I believe it was made in the first year of manufacture. And when I say manufacture, I believe I think these were made from around about 1952 to 1959. So the first year models had these gold snorkel tubes, so a little bit unusual. There's the snorkel itself, or the snorkel rod, or whatever you want to term it. And the nice thing about it, if we push down, and I'll be quiet, you can hear that little hissing noise, because to the end there, somewhere, I think there it is, you've got an air hole on the tube itself. You got this little recess, so when it goes inside, it releases the air from inside the barrel. Okay, so what we'll do, because I know you people like to see these pens writing, and it's nice to show these snorkels because the way they're actually designed, some people have not seen it. And what we do, we dip the snorkel in the ink and we push down in one swift movement on the back here. So let's pop that in the ink. You can hear that sort of bubbling noise. We leave it in for a few seconds, and while it's over the ink, I'm going to screw down the snorkel. You can see that now retracts back into the section. So let's bring some paper and let's see how the pen writes. So what we've got is okay, now because it's been fully restored, everything's been cleaned, it'll just take a little while for the ink to sort of seep through, if you like. So Sheaffer Snorkel, and as we said, this is the Centennial. I may have spelt that wrong. But we're dating the pen, yeah, as I said, 1952 through to 1959. Now, these are stiff nibs. Obviously, we mentioned carbon paper before, so yeah, there's no flexibility in the nibs in these pens. You can see now the ink is beginning to sort of wick through, if you like, and it's coming through very nicely indeed. And this particular pen is writing with a fine line. Okay, so a lovely writer, writing with a fine line, and as we said, fully serviced and all ready to go. So I'm going to put let's again turn the snorkel knob at the end, and again you'll see the snorkel protrude, and then by lifting the tube again, leave it over the ink bottle because you do get a slight, there you go, discharge of ink. But now if we press it, okay, let's just empty the pen of ink. And as we do in some occasions, let's bring on the water. Okay, once again, we pull out the snorkel to the end, and you can see when we do that, you do get some ink coming out, so you do have to be careful. So to fill the pen, snorkel in the ink or the water, press down in one swift movement. Okay, and then you'd screw it back on, snorkel goes in, and away you go to write. But let's pull it out again, and again being careful, you'll see as I pull it out, you do get a little drop of ink, or in this case water, and there we go. So let's do that one more time. Few seconds. Pull out the tube, push it down again, and you'll see, there we go. Pull out the tube, sorry, not pull it out yet, pull it out now. Little bit comes out. If we push down in a swift movement now, look at that, it literally comes out like a water pistol. So put the water to one side. So I'll carry on doing that a couple of times just to clean out the pen, ready for the pen to be shipped to the new owner. So there we have it, an absolutely lovely example of a Sheaffer Snorkel Sentinel. Again, made in Australia with a Canadian nib. A little bit unusual, but either way, a very, very nice pen. And as you can see, in full working order. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment down below if you will. But for now, Slava Ukraini, and from me, bye-bye for now.